Hi, Mickey class. Let's read another Pete the Cat story. I know we like this one. This one is Robo Pete by James Dean. What does the back say? When Pete's friends don't want to play the same games as he does, Pete has a great idea. He'll build a robot that will do whatever he tells it to. But when Robo Pete gets a little out of control, Pete learns an important lesson about friendship. I like this one because, remember, Pete's a cool cat. He likes to skateboard. I like it when Pete rides his skateboard. Robo Pete by James Dean. What a great sunny morning. Pete can't wait to play baseball with his friends. Oh, I love to play baseball with my friends. Especially when I was small, I played baseball all the time. Do you want to play catch? Pete asks Larry. I can't, says Larry. I'm going to the library. Oh. Do you want to play catch? Pete asks Callie. I was about to go for a bike ride, says Callie. Oh. Do you want to play catch? Pete asks John. I can't right now, says John. I have to paint the fence. Oh. Pete wishes his friends would do what he wants to do. It's no fun playing catch all by himself. If only I knew another me, Pete thinks. And like that, Pete has a great idea. I wonder what his idea is. Do you ever want to play with your brother or your sister or your friends and they are just so busy? Or your mommy or your daddy? You say, yeah, let's play a game. And they say, oh, I am so busy working. Or, oh, let's go play ball. Oh, but I'm reading a book. Does this happen? It's so boring. It would be really fun if you could play with another you, right? Well, let's see what Pete does. Pete builds a robot. He programs it to be just like him. Program is when you teach a robot. So he taught the robot to be just like him. Welcome to the world, Robo Pete, Pete says to the robot. You're my new best friend. We'll do everything together. And I want to play catch, says Pete. Great idea, says Robo Pete. Pete and Robo Pete play catch. Wow, says Pete, running after the ball. You sure can throw far. Robo Pete throws farther and farther until... Time out, says Pete as he tries to catch his breath. That means stop. Time out. Let's play something else. I want to play whatever you want to play, Robo Pete says proudly. Look how tired Pete is. He's all sweaty. How about we play hide and seek, says Pete. That will be fun, says Robo Pete. Pete finds the best hiding place ever. He's sure Robo Pete will never find him. Where is he? It's just like the little white hen. He's in the hen house. There must be some eggs in here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, shouts Robo Pete. Shouts Robo Pete. Ready or not, here I come. Oh, it's so difficult to talk like a robot, you guys. Gotcha, shouts Robo Pete, tagging Pete. Hey, how did you find me, says Pete. With my homing device, says Robo Pete. I can find anyone, anywhere. A homing device is like GPS, so he can use his computer to know where Pete is all the time. That's not very fair for hide and seek. Okay, enough hide and seek, says Pete. Let's play some guitar, because Pete loves to rock and roll on the guitar. Pete teaches Robo Pete how to play a song he made up. You have to feel the music, Pete explains. Okay, says Robo Pete. To feel it, I need to play loud, explains Robo Pete. Pete tries to stop Robo Pete, but Robo Pete can't hear him over the noise. Look how noisy he's playing guitar. Pete needs to plug his ears. So now they're going to stop playing guitar. Pete's getting a little bit annoyed. So they're going to skateboard. This is fun, says Robo Pete. This is awful, says Pete the cat. Okay, says Robo Pete. Let's ride our skateboards instead. Look, he has a jetpack, like an airplane or a rocket ship to go really fast. I bet you Pete is not going to like that. It's just not fun when you have a friend who is just so much better than you at everything, right? Before Pete can answer, Robo Pete's feet transform into a motorized skateboard with super speedy wheels. Wow, his feet turned into a skateboard. Let's go, Robo Pete shouts. Wait, calls Pete. I think Pete is just not having fun with his new friend. He did too good of a job teaching his friend. Pete chases after Robo Pete. He has no idea where Robo Pete is going. Robo Pete crashes into the sandbox at the playground. Are you okay? Pete asks his robot. I am a robot. I am indestructible, says Robo Pete. That means he can't break. Indestructible. What is this strange place? It's a playground, says Pete. He waves to his friends. Oh, let's see if Robo Pete meets Pete's friends. This is Robo Pete, Pete says to Callie, Larry, and John. I made him myself. Cool, says Larry. We are going to help John finish painting, says Callie. And then we are going bike riding. I want to go on the slide, interrupts Robo Pete. Uh-oh. Robo Pete, I want to help my friends paint the fence, Pete tells his robot. Maybe Robo Pete doesn't like to help so much. Let's see. Oh, paint the fence. That would be great, Robo Pete says. I am programmed to paint faster than anyone. Pete and his friends try to help, but Robo Pete paints too fast. Now that is a good problem to have. Robo Pete was just too good at everything, better than Pete. But if he can help and do work faster, that's really good. Because now Pete has time to play with his friends. So instead of helping Robo Pete, they ride bikes and they read books. And after Robo Pete is done cleaning or is done painting, they help him clean the brushes. Pete realizes that it doesn't matter what they do. Just being with his friends is what makes it fun. Oh, so next time you want to do something with your friend or your brother or sister and they are busy doing work, maybe you can help them do their work. Then the work will get done faster and you can play faster. And it's just so fun to be with your friends. It doesn't even matter what you're doing. So now they all have a new friend in Robo Pete. That's pretty cool. And that's the end of that story. Thank you so much for reading it with me, and I will see you soon.